everybody. Welcome to an episode of Cooking with the Frisbees. See, tonight's a special treat, but I think I say that every time, that tonight is a special treat, but it's always a special treat because we just love cooking. But something that I go out with people in my company all the time, and we go to a restaurant or I'm out with friends and they look at the menu and they're like, well, I feel like fish, and they go, ooh, Chilean sea bass. And I'm like, you know, you can cook that at home. And they're like, no, that has to be cooked in a restaurant. It actually doesn't. We got this Chilean sea bass at Costco. I'm always raving about Costco. They should probably sponsor or pay me or give me free stuff. But they have a wonderful fish program. And the reason I know that is because I used to work for a tuna fish company, and we used to supply their tuna, and we used to make their tuna for them in the can. So I know how high their standards are. So they actually sell Chilean sea bass. This was 2 pieces, and it was $29. I believe it was $29. And what we have discovered, we used to just take the whole piece and just throw it on the grill and cook it. But we've discovered through some of our research that the way to really control how you cook Chilean sea bass is to cut it into smaller pieces. And then you have actual control over how this fish is being cooked. Now, I prefer how we cook our Chilean sea bass, and you'll see how it comes out at the end. We cook it out on the grill. You'll see that portion of it. We do it on a flat kind of iron. You've seen us grill on that before, at a temperature of about 450 to 500. Okay? It usually only takes about maybe 12 to 15 minutes with Chilean sea bass because it's a thick fish and it's a very moist fish. The reason I say I prefer to cook it at home is because when you get it in the restaurant, it comes out very moist. I don't like that texture, that feel in my mouth. I like my fish, yes, I don't want it dry. I like it moist, but I want it just slightly moist, but I prefer flaky. And that's the way I can watch this and I can cook it. So those of you that are afraid to cook Chilean sea bass, don't be. Because you can cook it for your family. You can cook it a lot more cost effective than you get it in the restaurant. Take the mystery out of it. There is no mystery. Follow us along, and I'm going to show you how to do this. This was simply seasoned with, what was it? Flavorize?
Flavorize.
That's really all we put on this. And then we're going to take it to the grill, and it's going to be simple. I'm going to take the mystery out of this so you can do this at home. Hey everybody, so here we are out at the grill. So I've got my grill pretty much stabilized at around 500 degrees, which is where I really want to start. And what I typically do, God, we don't use this very often. I'm always cooking on the Masterbuilt. Got my griddle inside. It's kind of an oily fish, so I really don't need this, but I go ahead and I spray anyway. So I just put that spray on there. I let it get hot for a second. Come over here, skin side down. Just take it here, just move it a little bit, get that oil under there. Nice small pieces. Shut that down. I come back over here. I got my timer set up for 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 4 minutes on that side. We'll come back, we'll flip it over. I'll do 4 minutes on the other side. Flip it back over. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Come on back. There we go, guys, that's the first 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead, I have a spatula out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and use tongs right now. Right now, this is firm enough for me to grab it with the tongs. I'm just gonna go ahead, do a little flip. I like a little crust on the,
that skin is very crispy.
On the flesh side. Go ahead and move that like that. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm now gonna set a timer. I'm just gonna give it 3 minutes because I don't wanna burn that flesh side. I'm gonna do it for 3 minutes at about 450, and then we're gonna come back. I may not be able to use the tongs as it starts to get more flaky, but come back. All right, guys, that is 3 minutes. Let's take a look. I may not be able to use these. I'm gonna give it a try, but the reason I leave that temperature up, see, I like a little bit of crust on that fleshy side, and that's enough, and I like that. That one's a little crispy. But I'll eat it. Beth won't eat that, but I will. But that just means that that part of the grill is a little bit hotter, but that's okay. You see how it's starting to break apart there? Now all I have to do is, I'm just gonna do this for another 4 minutes. I'm gonna turn my temperature all the way down. I'll turn the outside ones off. Just leave the griddle on, and in 4 minutes, that's gonna be it. So let's do the math. It's 4 and 3 and 7 is 4 is 11 minutes for you to have Chilean sea bass. So come back when we take it off. Hey guys, you heard the timer, so that's it. So again, that's about 11 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's perfect. See how it's starting to just kind of start to break apart? That's how I like mine. Now, some would say, well, that's a little bit crispy. I think I can still handle this with the tongs, and nope, you can't handle it with the tongs. See what I tell you? So now I have to come in here. I'm gonna set this here. I'm gonna handle this. At some point, it starts to lose that firmness that you can't handle it with the tongs like that. It's all right. Let's see what we gotta do. I'm gonna get these tongs. We show you the good, bad, and the ugly. Yeah, look at that. I still got it. All right, we're gonna take this. I think that's ready. It is basically 11 minutes. I'm gonna bring this in the house because Beth has prepared some things. We gotta stop for a minute. So it's March 4th in north central Georgia. It is 68 degrees out here. The sun is shining. Look at the blossoms on those pear trees. I just love springtime in Georgia when everything comes alive. Okay, I digress. It's about the Chilean sea bass. Let's go inside and set up the plates. So hey guys, here we go. Now Beth has prepared some pierogies and some tostones, but that's not the star of the show. What I want to go in for, I want to see how this came out. Here we go. Look at that. See how it's flaky? That's what I say. I like mine just a little bit more on the dry side. Let's get a taste. Oh my God. It's absolutely perfect. It still has a lot of moistness to it. Got that buttery flavor to it. This is how you do it. Guys, do not be afraid of cooking Chilean sea bass. Do not buy into the mystery and the myth that you have to have this prepared for you at a restaurant, or you have to pay $35, $40 a plate for this. You can do this at home. I just showed you. It's 11 minutes to do it. Guys, and it was $30. We probably won't even eat all this because the flavor of it is just so intense that you won't eat. And that little piece, that's gonna be enough for me. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. Chilean sea bass needs to be on your menu. Get over to your Costco, turn up that grill, and get to cooking. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.